Tonight, as we continue celebrating Black History Month, we visit a local site critical to the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, the secret network that helped some enslaved African Americans gain freedom. Wanda Stark is here to tell us about the local connection that a lot of people might not have realized. Wanda.
Well, many enslaved African Americans dreamed about freedom, but the path to get there was not easy. Often those who escaped were captured, beaten, and sold to other plantations. And some who were lucky enough to reach the North found assistance through an underground railroad that ran through Guilford County.
Walk with me, Lord, walk with me.
If trees could talk, oh, what stories they would tell.
While I'm on my tedious journey.
This tulip poplar is a silent witness to enslaved people who walked and sang in these woods.
Walk with me, Lord, walk with me.
This is 250-year-old history, part of the Guilford College Woods Underground Railroad educational trail known in the 1800s as the New Garden Woods.
We hear about Philadelphia and Boston and other places, but they had to start somewhere.
Somewhere was here on what is now Guilford College. This street, Levi Coffin, named for the man often called president of the Underground Railroad. Part of a network of Quakers who secretly met enslaved people in the woods and helped them escape.
So we think it's very important for people to understand not only that the Underground Railroad happened in Guilford County, but the fact that it was also an interracial network, that it wasn't just, really good white people doing it, but it was free blacks, it was enslaved people.
One of them, a free black woman, worked at the New Garden boarding school in this building, which still exists today. Financial records show Vina Curry worked in the laundry. She used her deceased husband's papers to help black men gain freedom.
She would give the free papers to people that were coming through. Now, at this point, Levi Coffin had already moved up north. And so they would take those free papers, get up to Levi Coffin. Levi Coffin would then send those papers back here by courier to help people get them. Yes, she did. Exactly.
Never got caught?
Never got caught.
The cruelties of slavery, including the separation of families, motivated many to run away. But navigating a pathway to freedom was not easy.
If you were someone who was enslaved and seeking freedom, you had to be very aware of your surroundings. So you're noticing, is there a dog barking? Is that, someone who's out, who's using those dogs for searching for me? And
those who escaped had to be very aware of the landscape, the dips and changes, on the lookout for large trees for hiding and markers for safe passage.
the nail would be something that, regardless of fog or darkness, you could feel on a tree, as knowing that this is something that's been placed there intentionally, and use it to help guide you.
We all know the song, wade in the water, children, wade.
And sometimes a song, a spiritual, would serve as a guide.
And so there you're sending that message to wade in the water. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if you have dogs that are chasing you, you want to get that scent off. Sometimes wade in the water meant that's where you need to meet us.
This is the reminiscences of Levi Coffin.
Many of the details of the Underground Railroad are documented at Guilford College. Stories shared in this book written by Levi Coffin years after slavery ended.
We're gonna sing together, children, don't you get weary.
Stories of hope, stories of survival.
Sing together, children, don't you get weary. Great camp meeting in the promised land.
And running the Underground Railroad meant a lot of things had to be done in secret, sharing information with only a select group of people. Now, there are no records on how many people took the route from Greensboro, but documents from the Coffin family show amazingly there were no leaks in the system.
Wow. So huge risk, obviously, for the slaves who were seeking freedom, but a risk for the helpers as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. If you were white, you risked jail time and losing your property. Freed African Americans risked jail time and losing their freedom, and those enslaved risked punishment and being sent to another plantation in the Deep South, where conditions were usually far worse, and they would be separated from their families.
All about history right here. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Absolutely.